Aloha. I hope that you are well. And I have a strategy for you in the case that you find yourself disrupted, right? As is very, very normal, commonplace occurrence in our human experience to feel a bit dysregulated, right? So each of us is capable of being triggered. And um, I have a really easy hack for you to kind of bypass the systems that are at work, the protective mechanisms that are keeping us in a state of alertedness, because at one point in time, our survival depended on it. So I have an adjoining kind of blog post and email for those of you that are on my list that will explain more the science behind this technique. But for now, I want to just get you right to the meat in case you're in a state right now where you really feel like you could use some regulations, right? So super simple technique founded by Dr. Peter Levine, who is a remarkable researcher and contributor, really the forefather of this idea of somatic experiencing, right? So something I'm studying quite deeply these days is this notion that we can only intellectually understand, process, and feel so much. There is a component that lives within our somatic, right, our bodily experience. So this easy VU technique will help you to kind of interrupt the mechanisms that are keeping you in that state of fight or flight. And this can be done really simply any place you are. If you have a moment where you could just kind of step away, even pop into a restroom or just move into a quiet zone. And it's a simple sound spelled V-O-O-O-O, right? VU is the sound that we'll make. And I want you to notice initially when I do this with clients, there's typically a lot of hesitation, maybe some fear or embarrassment around, what does my voice sound like? What do I project into the world? And this tendency to be timid or meek. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is completely normal, and the process will still work. I would just encourage you as you get more familiar, maybe as you do a few rounds or as you practice this more, to challenge yourself, right? See if you can really begin to dig into the depths of you and be willing to really express yourself, be willing to hear your own voice and project out. All right. So without further ado, let's begin, and I'll guide you through the process and get comfortable. If you need to move around or fidget, feel free and get on any of those little bodily kinks. Maybe roll your head and neck. When you feel anchored into your seat, close your eyes. Allow for this opportunity of inward reflection just to serve as a bit of a barometer. Where are you in this moment? What bodily sensations can you identify? Is your heart beating quickly? Do your muscles feel tense and engaged? Is your breath smooth and steady, or is it rapid and shallow? Now, we don't make these observations to condemn or judge. We make them to bring the light of awareness. From that space of knowing, we have a much higher likelihood of making a potential shift if and when needed. If you find yourself in a really regulated state right now, it doesn't mean you can't do this practice. It's a way to kind of supercharge that ventral, connected, calm energy. And you might just note that you then have more to pour out into others. So whether you need this technique to get yourself back to a place of balance, or if you're kind of bolstering your already steady reserve, the method will be the same. And I'd like to invite you to bring your hands to your belly. So really allow for the sound we'll make together in a few moments to originate from that deep part of you. Take a few more cycles of the regular, natural, rhythmic breath. Then you'll focus on an exhale out. And as you inhale, you prepare to make your sound boo. Big breath in. Boo. Take a couple cycles of breath. And don't worry if your voo sounded different than mine. It could be a different tone, it could be a different volume, it could be a different duration. And you're not meant to sound exactly like me, you're meant to sound like you. So make it your aim to become more fully embodied, to feel this vibration resonating from deep within you. Let's try it again. Big inhale. Boo. And again, just taking note as you breathe naturally. If anything can release, any tension can soften. And most importantly, just your own awareness of your internal landscape, monitoring those signs that you took stock of at the beginning of practice. Perhaps your heart rate has slowed, maybe some of that resistance in your muscles has melted away. And if not, that's okay too. You can do this as many times as it takes. Let's do another one together. Big breath in. Boo. Savoring your breath as you complete your voo. And perhaps inviting in a mantra. I am safe. I am supported. I am strong. Or any other expression that will give you a sense of groundedness, a sense of stability. Let's do one more together. Maybe repeating in your mind's eye that mantra that you landed on. Exhaling all the breath out. Take an inhale to prepare, no expectations. Just notice. Feel what you feel. Breathe your own breath with attention. Maybe take a couple of sighs out loud. Oh. Ah. And when you're ready, just letting your eyes back open and know that this is a very simple and incredibly powerful tool that is now at your disposal. I truly hope that you find some benefit in this practice. And as always, I'm here to support you, right? So as I learn, I continue to share. And if you would like more personalized support, I'm so here for it. Feel free to reach out and let me know how we can work together to move you towards the highest expression of yourself and this beautiful opportunity of a life you've been given. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you soon. Aloha.